What is going on YouTube? How's everyone doing on this lovely Tuesday evening? This is Mike in the house, and I am officially back from a brief hiatus. I had to take a brief hiatus because of one, I was a little bit overwhelmed because of the whole stragglers and all the trolls that came in and stuff like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially back in business. So, let's talk. First off, number one, click off that like button, comment, share me with your friends, and all that good stuff. So, um, let's see. Couple announcements. One, I am gonna be doing a Walmart out and about video. That's going to be coming up. I am going to Walmart later on tonight. Now, as far as like the new releases go, I don't really think there's that many new releases that's coming out this Tuesday. I don't think so. I don't quote me on it. I think they're like boutique labels mainly. I think one of the big things, I think it might be Repo Man. I'm not 100% sure. I know that's getting a 4K. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, other than that though, I don't think it's anything big coming out this Tuesday. As a matter of fact, for the next couple weeks, excuse me, I don't even think anything big is coming out either. With the okay, so Bad Boys for Life. Oh no, Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's coming at the end of the month. It's getting a 4K slip. It's getting a 4K steelbook. I am interested in getting that. You know what I'm saying? And it did so well at the box office. Let's see. We got Nathan in the chat. What's good? Sam, what's good? All right. So, any trolls that come in here, and y'all know what to do. But as of right now, fingers crossed. So far, haven't gotten any, trolls as of yet. I don't know. They're going to be coming out of the woodwork, so that's what I'm expecting. So, but this time, I'm not really going to pay it too much of any mind. So, like I said in previous videos, anybody that comes in starting shit, they will get cussed out and then they're going to get deleted. So that's how we do it in this channel. So, all right, so let's talk. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about, TV shows and stuff like that. So what are you guys excited for? Are you guys excited for the latest releases that's coming out? I know September is quite a few things that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know so much about the rest of this year. You know what I'm saying? I know some stuff coming out in October. Let's talk about that Vinegar Syndrome sale, because a lot of people were complaining about the Vinegar Syndrome sale. A lot of people were complaining that, to be honest with you, they're like, oh, Vinegar Syndrome, the prices, blah 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 blah. So I don't know. Like, to me, they've been lackluster to me. You know what I'm saying? Now they had a pretty decent run the past couple, but other than that, I feel like they've been a little lackluster. Vinegar Syndrome has. Alan Mueller, what's good with you? You've been up 51 hours off. Wow, that is crazy. Wow. Oh man, kudos to you. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Beetlejuice 2, I definitely need to see the first one. I need to see the first one. I don't think I watched that all the way through. So I did just acquire a 4K steelbook of that. So I'm definitely going to watch that. Most definitely. But I've heard nothing but good things. I just hope this one is good. I hope it'll be just as good as the first one. Well, I haven't seen the first one, so I may go see it. I may see it. I just have to watch the first one first. Um, let's see. There's a movie. Okay, here's a movie that I saw just this past Sunday. This movie called the movie Afraid. Has anybody seen that with John Cho? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I did not like it. I thought it's one of the worst movies of 2024. It is in my top 200 of the worst movies of all time. Maybe it might makes number one. I'm not 100% sure. In fact, I put Dark Knight Rises up there as one of the worst movies. And when I tell you Afraid, it's so horrible. I'll give Dark Knight Rises, I'll give that another shot. You know what I'm saying? And people think Howard the Duck is a bad movie, which, if you have a legitimate reason why you think Howard the Duck is a bad movie, I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm afraid that this movie is not going to do well at the box office. I mean, I think it made like $11 million, if I'm not mistaken. That's in its debut. That's bad. Also, 1992 with Tyrese made 1.2 or 1.5 million at the box office, which that's also bad. And here's the thing, that was a much better movie. I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was kind of like Waist Deep 2.0, but it had a few similarities, but it was still serviceable. This is Ray Liotta's last movie. Rest in peace to Ray Liotta. This was his last, and yet he gives one of his best performances. Q Smooth, what's up, my brother? How you doing? To be honest with you, and here's my problem with. I feel like because of the marketing strategy of 1992 and amongst a few others, that's why it didn't do well at the box office. I didn't think they marketed as that well, to be honest with you. I mean, judging from the trailer, I was like, well, this movie, I want to see this. This looks good. And mind you, this movie was supposed to come out a couple years ago, but because of COVID and all that stuff, they had to push it back, and it took them a couple years. And then I kind of wish that they made this movie, or um, I kind of wish that they finished it before Ray Liotta. Well, I know for a fact that they finished the movie, I think, before Ray Liotta died. I know that for a fact. I just wish that they finished it earlier and this came out in theaters while he was alive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But that movie was a much better movie. I actually enjoyed it. Q, yeah. I hope you feel better. Um, yeah, I hope you feel better. A lot of people's getting sick now. People, everything's going around, allergies, COVID, and a few other things that's going around. So yeah, I really hope you feel better. And it doesn't help that the changes in the season and stuff like that, and then now the kids are back to school now officially. So there's gonna be a lot of sick people and all that stuff. So yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, we try to take care of our health and stuff, but at the same time, it's hard. It's hard. That's why I take vitamins. Every single day. I take it before I even start work. You know what I'm saying? But, at the same time, it's like, well, it is hard because it's like, well, if you catch something, you catch something. And, there's people I know that haven't got COVID yet. You know what I'm saying? But, um, yeah. Um, but yeah, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, take care of your health, stuff like that. Um, let's see. Batista has a movie coming out. It's called A Killer's Game, which I'm interested in seeing that. I just saw a trailer with Amy Adams called Night Bitch. This is how Amy Adams. This is Amy Adams I've never seen before. I mean, one, it's a comedy. Two, I'm not gonna exactly ruin much. You have to watch the trailer yourself. Charlie, I haven't yet to see the new SpongeBob movie. Yeah, Q, medicine's important. That's definitely is important. So what was that? Yeah, okay, so Night Bitch. It's supposed to be a comedy. And then it's supposed to be a comedy drama horror. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it for you. I would just watch the trailer, but it looks good. And this is something that Amy Adams, I don't think she has done before. I mean, this is don't really want to call it method acting, but it's more like, okay, this is Amy Adams. You could tell she's kind of having fun with this. Charlie says it's on Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Netflix, I have to keep every time I get Netflix, I'll have it for a month and then I'll just forget all about it, to be honest with you. The only reason why I had Netflix, the only reason why I even, re-signed up for it is because I was doing a review on Beverly Hills Cop 4. So I was doing that on another platform. So it's like, well, let me fire up the Netflix and watch it. And let's just say I have issues with. Excuse me. Shout out to Dang Rat Podcast. My that review is up there. It's on his YouTube channel. So go on there, subscribe to That Ain't Rap Podcast. That's DAT Ain't Podcast. So that review should be up there. But I will say this. I think Cop 4 is better than Beverly Hills Cop 3, but I don't think it's better than 1. If I had to put them in order, I put Beverly Hills Cop 1 is the best, Beverly Hills Cop 2, and then Beverly Hills Cop 4, and then 3 is last. So that's how much of an order I will put it in, to be honest with you. What else? What other movies have I seen? Let me see. I've seen the movie Trap with Josh Hartnett, and I think that movie is a very good movie. I'm not gonna say it's one of the best movies of the year, nor I'm not gonna say it's the best M. Night. It's probably one of the best M. Night Shyamalan movies I've seen in a long time. I think the best M. Night Shyamalan movies, I think, is of course The Sixth Sense, and Signs. I think it's one of his most underrated. I thought that was really good. I think people had issues with that, and stuff like that, but I don't know. And then, Unbreakable, that was pretty good. No, I have not seen The Beekeeper. Okay, it's funny that I'm glad you said something. Okay, so I was supposed to get a 4K of The Beekeeper from Walmart, and I ordered it. I pretty much pre ordered it, whatever the case may be. It was supposed to come in the mail within a couple of days after I pre ordered it because I pre ordered it before the actual date that it was supposed to come out. I waited a week. It never got shipped and it was sold out. So I had to I wanted my money back at this point. I had to cancel the order. They gave my money back. And this is exactly why I don't really like ordering online. I'd rather go to the stores and get it. I don't know why they do not have this in store. I do not know why. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of wish it came out with the steelbook. I kind of wish that. And to be honest with you, um, I wouldn't have minded a steelbook, but I bet you they're gonna come out with the steelbook at some point, some way. But I've heard pretty good things about The Beekeeper. I do want to see it. I think it looks good. It has the potential to be, a very great movie. You know what I'm saying? But have you? Is it really? It's worth it. Okay, I was getting ready to ask you. It's worth the watch. Okay, okay, thank you. I will give it a chance. Tony, what's good? Yeah, I'm officially back, bro. I am back after a 5 day hiatus. I am officially back. I'm back on the grind. So, um, what other movies that I've seen? Um, what else? A movie that I'm looking forward to, and this one stars Demi Moore, which she's potentially gonna get an Oscar nomination. Potentially, it's called The Substance. I will say this is a body horror. This is 2 hours, almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, I don't know what it has to say in that time frame, but they said it's Demi Moore's, I think, the best performance of her career, which I could possibly believe. I never thought that she was a bad actress. She's a pretty good actress. She came a long way from, the days of the Brat Pack and, Say Almost Fire and Ghost. She came a long way with that. So the fact that she's in and is already getting excellent reviews, I welcome it. And usually I do not care for body horror like that. It depends on how. I heard the last 15, 20 minutes, I heard it was grotesque. So as long as it's not like The Thing, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, body horror to me, it does not mix because it will. I cringe with body horror. It depends. It depends. I mean, if I was to ever watch The Fly, I may watch that because I've heard nothing but good things about it. Tony says, "Have I seen anyone but I have that movie on I have that movie on Blu-ray. I don't know what the big deal with Sydney Sweeney is. I don't. To me, she's just she's just another name of actresses who potentially can't act her way out of a paper bag. But I know it has Glenn Powell in it, which he's supposed to be the next big thing. Sydney Sweeney is also supposed to be the next big thing, I guess. I did want to see. I welcome romantic comedies, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a watch. To be honest, I'm not trying to spoil it, but it is similar to John Wick. You talk about the beekeeper. Yeah, I can see that. I felt like it had like John Wick vibes in it. I mean, pretty much the trailer spoils it, so I mean, I'm not surprised. And John Wick to me, is a good movie. Um, but speaking of Jason Statham, he is slated to be back in Fast 11 or Fast 10 Part 2, however you want to call it. Now that got pushed back to 2026 now. And one of the reasons why, from what I heard, is because they wanted to rewrite it because there was a lot of hate of Fast X. It was a lot of hate. They I think they wanted to go back to their old roots of like racing, the car racing and stuff. And then if you saw Fast 10, you only got to see probably 5 minutes of that. It was just menacing. I have several issues with that movie, which I am going to review. I am going to review that movie. But I will say this: one of my issues was, um, what is his name? Blah 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 blah. Jason Momoa. That was my main issue. He was my problem. Um, Tony says bought the movie at Walmart and the digital code did not work. Someone said they already used it. How? If it was sealed, how? What? If you care about digital codes, you definitely need to get your money back. That's if you care about digital codes. Me personally, I don't really care about digital codes like that. But if you care about that, you need to get your money back. How? It had to been an employee. It had to been, and they somehow resealed it, or it had to been an employee of whatever company that um, Blu-ray came from. Dan the man, what's good? Yeah, I'm glad to see me back too. Deadpool fanatic number one. What is good? Oh, you are at the beach, man. You better be riding the waves, bro. Yeah, thanks, Q. Yeah, I'm glad to see me back too. Yep, I'm officially coming back. So, yeah, Tony says I don't care about digital. Yeah, I hear you, but it's like what? And here's my thing: they charge how much they charge? They charge was it $23, $24 for that movie? That's not even worth $23, $24 for that movie. And not to mention, it didn't even come with a slipcover, which, me personally, I don't really care. But there's other people out there that actually care about, oh, this don't come with a slipcover. Well, fuck you and your slipcover. Like, okay. I don't mind certain movies that don't come with a slip. I don't mind it. However, if some stuff that's gonna not come with a slipcover, at least drop it to at least a couple of dollars or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, slipcover makes it nice for your collection, of course. However, if people are gonna whine every single, and there's people on other platforms that do whine about every single week, oh, this don't have no slipcover. What? So if you're gonna keep watching, I won't watch. I refuse to watch you because I refuse. Because it's like if you're gonna whine about slipcovers, no. The answer is no. I honestly, like On my videos, I will mention that, oh, just to be warning you, this don't have a slipcover. But if you there's a difference between warning somebody or telling somebody that this don't have a slip and actually, oh, I'm not gonna get it because it doesn't have a slip. It's like, who the hell do you think you are? The stores obviously don't care about the slip covers in case they always be putting the claw on it so people can't steal it. Leaves dents and shit. Yeah, and I get that. And I get that. And you know what? Me personally, I don't get that whole thing. Now, if you putting it in a case, why not put it in a case? You know what I mean? Walmart, they put it in a case. And they gotta get that little, they gotta get that little key to get it, to get the case, to get it out of the case. That little key, that whatever that key they be hiding back there, you know what I mean? They gotta get the thing of what's it to, get it out. You know what I'm saying? But when they put it in a, spider wrap like that, and they put it in the spider wrap, and yes, it does dent it. It does. And it's like, people are going to steal it anyway, regardless. Because when you think about it, them people at Walmart, when they stand by the door, first off, when them people stand by the door, they do, unless if you don't have a big ticket item like TVs and stuff like that, they just gonna let you go. They're gonna let you go. It's like you could easily still take it out somehow, some way. You know what I mean? You just, and then they try to scare you. Oh, we got cameras everywhere. Do they work? Does Walmart cameras work? Do y'all Walmart cameras work? Because half the time, if it did work, then you wouldn't have people just be stealing. People steal all the time at Walmart. So obviously y'all camera don't work. And then y'all have people in both entry exit doors. They're not even checking. Some of them don't even check the receipts. Yesterday I got stopped because I had an empty tote that, mind you, I went to This Replay and turned in some movies, mind you. And he wanted to see what was in the tote, which, okay, rightfully so. But at the same token, I'm like, well, first off, this is a tote from home, first off. Second of all, the fuck I want to still have fucking Walmart for? What? Like, if I wanted to steal a movie from Walmart, first off, I wouldn't steal. I'd be going for the new releases, the ones that has the case. And even with that, do you think I want to spend? Do you think I want to spend time taking, taking the case out? I would have to hammer that shit down. That's not even worth it, because by the time I hammer it down and take the case out, it's pointless, because then I'll be breaking a product. Like, the fuck I want to steal fucking a 1953 movie of a creature? What the fuck do I want to steal a creature from the Black Lagoon for? Like, the hell? Yeah, they do be making the average shoppers feel like criminals. It's like, what? So you see it go, because I have a big ass tote in the book bag, that means that you treat me like a criminal, but then you got them thieving motherfuckers who they just like, yep, we're not gonna press no charges. No, we don't want no trouble. Like, the fuck? Like, man, if you don't get your, man, you better take your ass out of my way, you better check that. You better check them, cause they look like thieves. Shoot, the hell, I want to be stealing from Walmart anyway. Walmart ain't got shit. You'd be surprised what people steal from Walmart. People be stealing a pair of pairs of underwear and shit. And you know what? I just started something. Let me tell you, I just saw something. Why is every time when I get white t-shirts from Walmart, why do I see some of the shit open? Because you know why? Because they be stealing it. That's what they do. They be stealing that shit. And I know they do for a fact. Flea markets, I have to go 20 to 30 minutes away from my house to a flea market. But we do have flea markets in Michigan, but they're just a little bit more obsolete now. They did close so many good ones, it's not even funny. That's why Michigan boring as hell. That's why, I swear, let's just say if I go to California, if I move to California, let's just say that. If I was to ever move to California, I'll be going to flea markets. I'll be going to freaking all the stores. I'll go to Hollywood. Shoot. I'll go there. No, hell no, ain't nobody ain't nobody still in that last copy of Black Lagoon. They're not. Speaking of which, I'm glad you said something. So they changed out the steelbooks. So that creature from the Black Lagoon, it is officially gone. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's in the back somewhere. I don't know if because now what's happening is that the steelbook section, they phased it out and they put the Halloween movies in there. And I'm like, well, you're going to have angry people. You're going to have those angry motherfuckers. Where the steelbooks? That's a big mistake. At least the location that I usually go to. Deadpool says they have good ones and they have good flea markets in New Hampshire. That's one place I want to visit, is New Hampshire. Tony says that would be funny if out of nowhere it popped up. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I would not be surprised. I'll buy it and just do it like a free giveaway or something like that. That's what I should do. I should just do that and just get it out of its misery. Now, mind you, I do have a copy of it. I have the copy of that same steelbook. I really do. Yeah, they probably are. What they probably doing is, watch. Once the new releases come out, the newer releases that come out, watch, it's going to be right there, okay, with all the new releases, with all the steelbooks, just right there, be like, there you go. I'm like, well, here you go. Welcome back. Fuck my life. Shit. Yeah, they gonna be waiting. Watch. It's just that same steelbook. You see the creature be like this, just trying to swim up. Like what is that? Shoot, looking like. I feel like that's how that movie was. It Deep Star 6. Deep Star 6. I think got influence from Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think they say it got influence from Alien, but I don't know, man. Like that looks a little too similar. Don't even start with StreamYard. StreamYard. I was on a stream last night, and StreamYard was fucking up. And when might I tell you, I it felt like as if aliens were coming down. I felt like I felt like the Black Lagoon was somehow, some way made out of water, and it just messed with it messed with the internet system. It just it somehow, some way. Watchers is on Max. I've heard pretty decent things about it. I thought I heard someone sneeze. Everybody's sneezing. Shit, allergy season. Watchers is the one with Dakota Fanning, right? It looks pretty interesting. But let's see. Tony says, I remember you said that I was taking medication for anxiety and you were having withdrawals a few weeks ago. I was wondering if you tried again to get off of the meds. No, I was off them for like a month, and that's when I started having like real bad like panic attacks. So now they put me back on them, and I'm having way less panic attacks. And now I get to sleep pretty good. So it's like, well, yeah, there we go. Here we go again. But I feel like it's one of those things where I might have to be on it for, I'm not gonna say the rest of my life, but it would be a while. Because so I want to say if I did any live streams, here's a funny thing. I don't remember doing live streams in July. I don't remember that. I don't remember doing live streams in July. I couldn't even tell you because it was so bad. Oh, snap. Speaking of the devil, Triborough, what's good with you? Salute. Go on and big shout out to Triborough. Go subscribe to That Ain't Rap podcast. That is DAT Ain't Rap podcast. Where those bitch ass trolls at that getting blocked? Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're a you're a moderator too. So, in fact, I think mostly everybody on here is moderators, except I got a couple of new people that is not. Yeah, yeah, no problem. I felt it. I thought something was off with you because you kept stuttering a lot. It's like, damn, what? Yeah, it was because I kept stuttering. I was stuttering a lot because I kept stuttering. It's like, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? I was stuttering a lot. I was half the time I couldn't even remember the next sentence I was going to say. But now it's like, oh, all right, let's go. Let's now I'm way more energized now. Deadpool, this is a good question. How's the weather? The weather is beautiful. It's like today was like 75 degrees. How's the weather there? Tonight, I believe it's supposed to get down to the upper 40s, I think. But I know one thing. I don't have to close tonight. I'm going to get out of here early tonight. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to get whatever they have, new releases. Closing means that closing, yeah. Typically, I close, which usually I get off around 11:30 tonight. I ain't got to set no alarm. I ain't got to do none of that. I'm walking. I'm going straight. I'm going right to Walmart, getting some see if they got some movies, getting some, hopefully not getting into any trouble or anything like that. Way Cool 130, what's good with you? Tony says, when are you rock the $100 t-shirt again? You was rocking. You're talking about, oh, yeah. And you know what's funny? And that was the only shirt that I had left. You know what I'm saying? That was the cleanest shirt that I had. And yeah, I was rocking that though. The rock shirt, I got a couple more of those too. Deadpool said, no Walmart rants. I mean, I ain't got much to rant. Oh, yeah, you know what? So I was at Walmart yesterday, right? And mind you, I was at This Replay. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to Walmart. When I tell you, and mind you, I'm minding my own business. And then I see these two jackasses. They are like looking at me. And I looked right at dude. I was like, is there something funny? And then he was just looking, and then the girl was just looking at me all cross. I'm like, okay, so we gonna go? It's like, I don't care if you're a employee or not. It's like, I cuss you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all looking at? Like, ain't nothing to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I grabbed 2 movies. I got all about my business. And I was just looking, I'm like, what's up? What y'all got to say? Well, see, and this is why. This is exactly why Walmart workers, they don't do nothing. Because they're so busy looking at the other customers. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm from Detroit. And it's like, you want to take an hour break so we could deal with this? Shoot. You might come back with a black eye, but shit. We'll squash it real quick. Shoot. That shirt, the cleanest shirt I've seen in my life. Yeah, I hold you. That's one of my favorite shirts, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't bought many movies for a big exception, except Tarzan on Blu-ray. Been collecting GameCube stuff. Nothing wrong with that. I used to like GameCube. I don't even play video games like that anymore because I don't really have time. Hell, I don't even watch movies like that because I don't have time. Well, I do, but except every time. Here's the thing. I tried watching Bad Boys for Life the other day. I fell asleep. I tried watching another movie. I fell asleep on that too. But in my defense, it was late. And it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, well, I just needed noise to help me go to sleep. I used to love Nintendo. I used to have the regular Nintendo. I used to have the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and yeah, GameCube. Never had the Switch though, but I played the Switch before. Tony says I've been watching my early 2000s WCW DVDs with Tori Wilson. Had it going. Oh hell yeah! I used to love Tori Wilson. I didn't watch too many WCW. But when I did, I love WCW. I'm not gonna hold you. Do I wish that they bring that back? I don't even know. I don't know, to be honest. You're not missing anything with the Switch. See, the Switch, I got big ass hands, so it's like I don't even want. I barely even want to watch to play the Switch because of the controllers. I got big hands, and I'm like, this don't feel right to me. I'm so used to Xbox and PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? So, um, a Pro controller for the Switch. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Do I miss when they had movie rental stores like Blockbuster? Yes, and you know it's funny because there's one rental store in the state of Michigan that's left, and that's a video store called Video Exclusive. They still do have VHSs, but they have it on only on sale. And I know they're getting ready to downsize their TV shows, but they still rent. They still rent it, and of course, ev- well, with the exception of Blockbuster, I know Family Video did, but those the mom and pop video stores, you can't go wrong with the porn section. They do have the porn section there too. So, and then I'm not gonna hold you. It is the largest porn section in Michigan. So, yeah. One day, I had. As a matter of fact, one of my friends, he did record in there. Shout out to Nick Usofian. Go subscribe to his channel, which I will get back to you on that later because I forgot his channel. I think it's Nick something. Nick Uso. I think it's Nick Uso Fine. On YouTube and stuff like that. So, um, Reg's going live at 9 o'clock. That's what's up. I'm glad to see you guys back. Cause I know that, you know, y'all took a hiatus too for a little bit too. So I'm glad to see y'all back. Shout out to Reg. Go to Reg Reviews. Shout out to them. They getting ready to go live at 9 o'clock. So as he's saying, this Dangerous Minds soundtrack is not good. You know, I haven't even heard the soundtrack, honestly. I don't even remember the movie. I know I've seen the movie, but I don't remember half the movie, to be honest with you. I don't remember the soundtrack. Maybe I'm not missing much. Um Tony says thoughts on thoughts on Be Kind Rewind. I watched some of it. I turned it off. I don't know why. It's just that's the one with yeah, Jack Black and Mos Def. Um is it a good movie? Tony, I've heard pretty decent things about it. Let me see. Try says the movie was terrible too. Wow. I hear you. And you know what? I hear you on that. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I'm a watch it. I'm a see it. I might get my thoughts on it. Uh it just didn't look Michelle Pfeiffer I don't know. Oh, The Substitute with Tom Berenger. That's a very good movie, Austin. Austin? What's good? Shout out to Austin. How did you pre-order Nightmare on Elm Street 4K today for 19.99? Oh, is that the steelbook or is that the slipcover? 187. That's the one with. Was that with Sam Jackson? I've never seen that one yet. Lean on Me, yes, that is a much better film. Yes, Yeah, lots of moderators tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Tony says I thought it was okay, but could have been better, a lot better. I can't get mad about that. Um, what else? Ryko 130 says trolls beware. Yeah, beware trolls. But they giving me views though, so I mean, shoot, I'm fine with that. Also says groove.com with a Microsoft coupon. Oh, it's just a standard. Okay, you're lucky. Now I don't know if I want the steel book. I don't know if I want the steel book or the. Well, okay. Who are we kidding? I'm gonna opt for the 4K steelbook. Now, Terminator 4 is getting a 4K steelbook. Now, there are people already complaining about how it looks. First off, number one, this is where I am going to go on a brief rant. Just be happy that we getting it. Just be happy. You know what I'm saying? That we getting this because we can't even get a we can't get certain things on 4K. Like Enemy of the State. Can we get Enemy of the State on 4K? Can we get that? You know what I'm saying? Where's Enemy of the State? Where's you know, all these other movies? You know what I'm saying? Ladies. Well, I don't know. I don't know about Ladies, man. I don't know about Ladies Man right now, but I have seen Ladies Man. I thought that was good for 2000. Tim Meadows, he did a fine job with that. Austin says Nightmare 1 will sell out pretty fast. Yeah, I strongly agree. Terminator will sell out quick too. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. I'm turning into Batman. All I need is the voice. Oh, that's all I need. I need to try to. Nathan says I need to try to import the 4K steelbook of the Terminator. It may not be released in Australia. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. And it's like, what is going on with it? That should be like nationwide. That's like a very popular movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like that should be like a nation. That should be every country should have that. I mean, that's what put Arnold Schwarzenegger on the map, was that. Yeah, and you know what? And people here, but yet people here are complaining about how a steelbook or how certain things are, made. You know what I'm saying? Like the making of a steelbook or making of a slipcover or lack of thereof. It's like, oh my lord. But yeah, you got people, you know, you got people like Nathan can't get a 4K steelbook of the Terminator and stuff. And it's like, okay, just be glad that we could get it in the States. But I'd be feeling bad because it's like, well, yes, I agree. The 4K disc and the transfer. And the transfer is good. That's all that matters. As long as I can see clear, and if it looked like a computer generated from the Y2K days from 1999, hell to the no, that's out. I can't get down with that. I'm sorry. Oh, black man. Oh God, black man. Instead of having special gadgets, he go on rant about Walmart. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I used to go on rants on what is that? Ah, I used to go on rants about Walmart on what am I trying to say? On Snapchat. Y'all giving me ideas. Shoot, I should do that for Halloween. Just go into Walmart with a cape and just start ranting. You giving me good ideas. As a matter of fact, I might just because I swear. And not to mention, now if I go to Walmart tonight, and if I don't see anything, you best believe I'm going on a rant. Shoot, it'll be part. What is it? Part five or something? What is it? Walmart rant part five or something like that. Yeah, the remasters are good. I have to agree. Austin says, I haven't liked the Nightmare Street covers since the video Treasures. Wow, okay. Oh, well. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really care much about the way it looked. I just cared about the movie. There's certain like steel books that I have, but it's just I'm like, this looks kind of plain, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm just glad that I got the steel book. In fact, I am gonna order. Um, I might just pre-order my night. What is it? Nightmare on Elm Street and Terminator. When are those supposed to come out? Aren't those supposed to come out in what is it? October, right? Because if that's the case, I'm pre-ordering. I'm about to pre-order. I ain't missing this. I'm not missing out. Because I know it's not gonna be at Walmart. They be like, oh, Walmart exclusive. Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, the hell right. Yeah, right. Um, it's actually you're close, Tony. You're close. My last name. You're close. You got the black right, but no, it's you are close though. Um, Deadpool says Mike Unfiltered. Austin says the Nightmare 1999 release covers had a Scream look to them. What at the time, but now seems to be outdated. I feel you on that. I can see where you're coming from with that. The steelbook of the Terminator is due to be released in December. Ugh. Why? Why December? But I get it though. I get it. I get that though. I wish it came out earlier. I mean, that'd be a nice Christmas present. Oh man. Um, definitely got to definitely got to pre-order Deadpool and Wolverine. That one, I'm on the fence. I I'm on the fence. I I might opt for the 4K slipcover on that one. I'm on the fence. Also says, but the DVD box set had the original art with the black frame snapper cases. Yes. What was that? New Line Cinema, if I'm not mistaken. I like those two, by the way. Um, yeah, I think I said it before, but yeah, my last name is Blackston. But yeah, you were close though. Blah, 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 blah. New Line Platinum Series. Yes, yep. I remember that. You pre-ordered Caligula Ultimate Cut. I've never heard of that film, to be honest with you. I never even heard that movie before in my life. Oh my god, I used to love Infinity films. I used to, yeah, because you get like, yeah, because if you, when you have like the DVD or the Blu-ray, whatever, you go into that what do you call it, that New Line Cinema logo, and then you get like bonus. They had like bonus stuff or whatever. Airplane, Airplane, 1980. Yes, that is worth the watch. That is a very good movie, classic. That one has Malcolm McDowell. I've seen a few Malcolm McDowell movies. Didn't that come out in like the 70s? Isn't that like one of those erotic films? Maybe I'm wrong, but okay. So shout out to Kyle on this one. He says Nightmare on Elm Street comes out October 15th. Okay, I need to pre-order that as soon as I can. In fact, I might pre-order it off of Net. Why did I? I was about to say Netflix. I might pre-order that on Amazon. I think I might do that. Cutthroat Island on DVD. Have yet to see that. You saw that at Flea Market 2 weeks ago. I don't blame you. If it's scratched, yeah, I would not blame you. Um, Tony says this is a good question. If you got a chance to direct a new scary movie, what horror movies would you make them fun of? Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's one of them. The Blob, The Thing. I would make fun of that. Um, what else? Uh, oh, Sleepaway Camp. I would probably make fun of it. But yet again, Sleepaway Camp made fun of itself, to be honest with you. Like, and the first one was more serious. It had campy areas, but it was a little bit more serious. The second and the third, oh my god, that didn't take itself seriously. Like, it just did not. And that's another movie that I'm waiting on a 4K Sleepaway Camp. At least the first three. Austin says it was very controversial when it came out. Yes, it had hardcore porn scenes. Even though the cast and crew didn't approve of it, the director and writer disowned it for the insert porn scenes. There was, you know, it's funny. Like back in the '70s, around that time, you had movies that were like very erotic. It was a movie called The Last Tango in Paris, which that had like I think that got like an X rating or an NC-17 rating, and that was with Marlon Brando. I actually liked it. It was good. It had a story to it too, but I feel like Um, but then now there's a new survey now. You have these people, you have people that they feel like sex is not needed in television shows and movies. And I'm like, well, this has been going on since the 60s, in the 70s. It's like they were not, and some of these are like young people from like the age of, high school to like, you know, early 20s, 30s. And it's like, I don't think y'all would survive the 70s or the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, but then back then, you didn't have a lot. You didn't really have like sex or masturbation in like in like certain television shows. You know what I mean? I mean, you had like implied sex, but now it's like you see everything now. Now it's just all out in the open. You didn't have people, having sex. It was implied back. I'm talking back then. You didn't have people like jacking off, masturbating, and it back then in the TV shows. You didn't have that. Now it's all out in the open now. And it's like, whoa, okay, so now we're doing this now. Okay. Yeah, you had a lot of 70s. And that was when they was just doing anything and saying anything. They didn't give a fuck. And I feel like it kind of died down a little bit in the 80s. But the 70s was just like the violence was just like really out there. And it was in the 80s too. It was in the 90s. It still is today. But like you had so much. And I think a lot of people, I think back then you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you had like the ratings of like NC-17 and rated X. And there was certain movies they had it rated NC-17. Oh no. Not talking about the beginning of the movie The Whale, but that caught me off guard in the beginning with Brenda Fraser. I was off guard with that. But yeah, I was talking about like just movies in general for from the 70s in the 80s. Like they had like hardcore sex and like strong violence and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I was really referring to. Um, yes, you're right, my friend, janitor. Let me see. Let me go back up because I think I missed a couple. Um, okay. I'm still shocked how they left Friday the 13th alone and Jason alone for all these years. Usually they remake everything every 3 years. I feel, you know what, and I feel like after a while, it just and some of them they didn't even need remakes. Friday the 13th was fine the way it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they left it alone because I feel like people didn't like those. Friday the remake, at least the remakes of it. Deadpool says Tubi has all those B movies. Yes, they do. Wide selection of 70s movies. Yes, definitely. 70s and 80s were hardcore. The Whale, Tony, I actually love that movie. And I'm glad Brendan Fraser, he won the Oscar for it. The indie films and smaller films today, yes, I agree. And some of those indie films, and this is where I say lot of people have to keep an open mind of. I do enjoy great indie films. I enjoy those. I love indie films. I think they, need to be seen more. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I like the box office, but at the end of the day, after a while, I'm just so sick of the box office movies. I just want to enjoy a little lone film, and some of them like deserve like recognitions too as well. Like there's countless of films that I used to that I love to watch. Countless of smaller films. You used to work for them. You used to work for ABM. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's all right, company. Tony says A24 films are a hit or miss. Some are really good, and then some of them are weird. Yeah, I strongly agree. And what's funny is that A24, they started off small, back in the 2010s, late 2000s, early 2010s. I think, what was it, Room or Short Term 12, I think was one of the first A24 movies I saw. And while it was a very good film, they are a hit or miss. As a matter of fact, Maxine, I saw that. And Maxine was such a great movie. A lot of people didn't care for it. I loved it. I think it's one of the best movies of the year. And it kind of had that vibe of those 80s films that dealt with like undercover cops and stuff like that. Girl by day, girl goes to school. By night, she's the undercover cop. Um, it kind of had that Angel, the movie Angel. It kind of had that Angel vibe, which I do like Angel. Yeah, Pam Grier, she was a '70s queen back then. She was good. I think she's slightly underrated. The Hitcher, I have problems with that movie. I want to get the 4K. I have issues with that. My issue wasn't Rutger Hauer. My issue was not with Jennifer Jason Lee. My issue was with C. Thomas Howell, and as much as I like Tommy Howell, I had a big issue. He screamed too damn much in the film. He was annoying. He was not the hero. I didn't believe him as a hero. Jennifer Jason Lee was a waste. As a talented actress she was a waste because I'd rather, to be honest with you, if Jennifer Jason Lee was the main star in that movie, I would have loved it. Jennifer Jason Lee to me had more heart than C. Thomas Howell did. Don't get me wrong, I like Tommy Howell. I thought he was good in Outsiders. I thought he was great in E.T. In that small role. But I did not care for him in that. You're right. He was a bitch. I didn't like him. He was the main problem with that movie. He was unconvincing. He was not heroic. I didn't like him in Red Dawn either. I didn't. I Red Dawn. A lot of people liked it. More power to people who liked it. I thought it was horrible. It had no story. It had no plot. It was just the only good thing was when Charlie Sheen tackled one of the paratroopers. That was the only great thing about that movie. Other than that, you had a good cast of, and most of them were unknown back then. But that was just too. Oh my god! I'm like, wow, like that was sad. Maxine was good, Tony said, but the last part dragged it down. A lot of people were saying that too. I can see where you're coming from. The last part kind of turned into like an action movie, which it was supposed to be a horror, but it kind of like, okay, where's this gonna go? Like, let's just have the shootout and just call it a day. So I'm still gonna like own it, only because I liked it. X, I'm gonna be honest with you, X, now when I think about it, I didn't care for it all that much. I thought the acting was good, but I thought it just wasn't all that. Um, I haven't seen Pearl. I haven't seen that one yet. I've heard pretty decent things about it. But as far as getting Nathan, as far as getting a hitcher, I don't know. I'm on the fence. Long legs. Here's my problem with long legs. It wasn't the performances. The performances I thought were great. I thought Nicolas Cage, one of his best performances he has given in a long time, besides Pig. However, it left me disappointed. It left me high and dry the whole movie. I kind of saw the ending coming. It was one of those movies where if you like that type of movie, and they try to compare it to The Silence of the Lambs, which, no, it was not. Because Silence of the Lambs was a much better film. It got great reviews, more power to them. I thought it showed promise until the ending. I loved it until the ending. The last 15 minutes of it, I was greatly disappointed. They could have turned it into a series of movies. They could have easily did that. The plot, it did ruin everything. And I thought that was the whole point of that movie. It was involving Nicolas Cage, but we barely got to see him. For the we got he got what, maybe 15 minutes of screen time total, if that. That was the most disappointing one. Deadpool says Hitchhiker 83 to 91. I do want that series. That looks pretty interesting. Austin asked me, um, Highlander. If you like medieval, okay, so this has two stories. This goes back to the medieval times, then it goes back to New York 1985 86. I liked the soundtrack. The soundtrack I thought was great. The movie itself I thought was a piece of shit. Christopher Lambert can't act his way out of a paper bag. Sean Connery tried to he tried to save this, but he couldn't save it. And then Clancy Brown, which I think is very underrated, he couldn't save it either. Is it worth getting? Well, it's. I'm going to go with yes and no if you like that type of stuff. If you like Christopher Lambert, I say it's worth it. It's worth getting for Sean Connery and Clancy Brown, which he wasn't really in it that much either. But it's you'll be lucky if you find it cheap. If you do find it cheap, I get it. I recommend it. Also says the Arrow 4K of Silence of the Lambs is great. I want that. I heard the one with Kino Lorber had issues. That's what I heard. Um, Tony says, I didn't like the camera shots and how it dragged on the investigation scene and went for more of a artsy film. Didn't really connect. I agree. It just didn't. And if, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if Nicolas Cage gets a nomination come Oscar time. I would not be surprised. But at the same time, I don't think he will. And the movie got great reviews, so I don't see how people love this movie. But at the same time, I could see it, but I don't see it at the same time. I forgot it's Halloween-ish season, so horror movies are being brought like crazy now. Yeah, they are. They are. And my horror movie marathon is coming up in October. I need to request those days off too. Um, let's see. Clancy Brown's epic. He was pretty much the only thing in that movie. Only good thing in that movie. Highlander 2, I tapped out at one. If I see any more Christopher Lambert, I'm gonna go crazy. Unless if he does any movie, if he did any movie that he can actually act in, I please let me know. More power to him. Tony says Nicolas Cage was the best part of the film. Excuse me. It didn't show enough of him. Yes, I agree. It was a regular slasher film, it would have been great. I agree. I really agree. I agree with that. 110%. He was a decent. He was decent. He was a decent rating. Yeah, I could accept. Yeah, I could accept that. I think the 4K is better than the Blu-ray. I hear you on that. But yeah, Highlander is yeah. Mm. I will say this. I used to have Highlander on 4K. I end up selling it actually. I sold it. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch this. But like I said, I love the 4K steelbook. I love the look of it, and I love the soundtrack. That was probably the best thing of that movie was the soundtrack. Favorite Tim Meadows film? Does Mean Girls count? I thought he was great in that. I I didn't see too many Tim Meadows movies, honestly. Um, he was in Walk Hard. I didn't know that. I didn't see that. I want to see Time Bandits. I think I have that. Let's see. Question for y'all. Um, favorite horror movie. Favorite horror movie. One of your favorite horror movies you think is one of the best of all time. For me, I would have to say Halloween. Halloween and Return of the Living Dead. Tim Mills, he was good in Ladies Man. He was good in that. That was a good movie. Terrified. The first one, the second one, or both. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not like the first one at all. I loved the second one. The second one was way better. I can't wait for the third one though. See what time we got. It is 9 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna be on here for about a few more minutes because I am getting ready to cut out here and head to Walmart to see what they have. Tony says, I think The Others is a classic. I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, even the bad ones. I love the X trilogy and I love the Rob Zombie's Firefly trilogy. I haven't seen Firefly. Um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's a classic. And The Others, I have yet to see that yet. That has a 4K Criterion put that out or 4K, which I was this close. It was one day I was at Best Buy and I was this close getting it, but I ended up putting it back instead. Um, A House of a Thousand Corpses. I haven't seen that. Devil's Rejects and Three from Hell. I have Three from Hell on 4K Steelbook. Devil's Rejects. I think I have that. House of a Thousand. I have not even bothered to even see those. Yeah, Chevy Chase. He's a jerk. That's why he's not really getting much roles anymore. Yeah, he was like difficult to work with. And I never thought of him. I didn't think he's all that funny to begin with. I thought he was great in Fletch. I thought that. To me, that was his best movie yet to date. I can't really say anything about was it Vacation only because um I need to see that movie all the way through. The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans, that was good. That was good for its time. Yeah, there's plenty of celebrities that are jerks on set. Austin says, I like coming to vacation movies, but that's it. I don't blame you. Haven't seen Fletch 1 and 2. I highly recommend Fletch 1. I thought that was really good. That was pretty good. I just feel like his humor, I just feel like it's just not there. I don't think he's that funny, honestly. Caddyshack, I tried watching that. I fell asleep. Tony says, "Do I think Marlon Lawrence will make a comeback and be in a bunch of movies, or do you think he's just gonna be in Bad Boys and that's it?" Well, it's funny you mention that because he's supposed to be in. I don't think he's just gonna be doing Bad Boys. I think now because he's picking. I think he is doing. He's. I think he's like picky or choosy now what he does now. I think um he's supposed to be executive producing a dramatization of Martin, which is going to be called Young Martin. So he has that under his belt. Um, he's supposed to be in a couple of TV shows that's in development. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he could do as much like he used to because a lot of people have been saying that he don't look so good. He's different and stuff like that. Well, it's like, well, one, he's getting older. Two, from what I heard, he had a stroke. Um, this was like years ago. And then two, his brother, I think, passed on too. So I think he's just, you know, trying to, he's just doing a little bit less, you know what I'm saying? So I hope he does some, more movies and stuff. But it's just not that many good scripts out there, I don't think. Like, I mean, he's gonna be doing. If he does another Bad Boys, I'm pretty sure he's on board for it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. He just got TV shows in development as of right now. He does have an animated movie coming out next year, so we'll see about that. So I don't think he could do all like the physical stuff anymore. Which he's getting up there age too. So let me see. Trying to let me see. He's barely in Caddyshack. Yeah, good. Yeah, I felt like that was. Yeah, also, yeah, you're right. That was more of a Bill Murray vehicle. Yeah, you're right. Nathan says I enjoy Fletch. The sequel wasn't as good. I don't think he is all that funny though. Yeah, no. Waco says that's what made him good in Caddyshack. Was just enough in Caddyshack. I need to watch it. Like I said, I fell asleep. Cody, what's good? Um, hope you find something at Walmart today. I hope so too. If I don't, well, you might see a Walmart van coming in the near future. Tony asks, "Are you gonna do a rant if you don't find any movies on Walmart tonight?" Um, if I don't find any, if they don't switch out some of the stuff, if I don't find still books, I am maybe. But if I don't find anything, it's no big deal because it's not that many things coming out, so I wouldn't really find anything. But I mean, if I don't, like, well, I tried. So, um, I'm gonna be honest with you. Michigan at this point, I really don't care what it is. I think it might be Democrat. It's both. It's Michigan is just boring. Let's just say that. It's just boring. It's just boring in general. That's why I'm trying to leave it. I should, man, about Michigan. That's what I should do. Of how extremely boring it is. So, yeah, man. It's one of those things, man. Like, and I shit on Michigan. Um, you know, I shit on Michigan a lot. So, um, actually, it was actually the other way around. Actually, they I'm not really from California. I'm actually born here in Michigan. My peoples was born here. My peoples was from Michigan. They up and moved to California. My mom moved in 2016 after I moved out. So she thought that was a good idea, but it's well, well, let's just say let's just say this. Let's just say that she thought it was a good idea at the time, but kind of regret it, you know. Yeah, I noticed that. Midwest is boring. It kind of is. It's just, there ain't much to do. You know what I mean? Oh, the cost of living is outrageous. It really is. Your friend moved to California like 10 years ago. Deadpool says, I don't blame your friend. Yeah, the Midwest to me is just, it ain't nothing to do. California is just so much to do in the atmosphere. I'm like, when I went to California back in late February, early March, I had people I had so many compliments. Mind you, I was wearing Air Jordans and stuff like that. I was wearing fly ass clothes. My clothes were so fly. I had a fly ass haircut. I had so many compliments and stuff like that. And I had this one dude in particular like, "Yo, bro, I like your Jordans, bro. Like, where'd you get those?" I'm like, "Foot Locker." It's like, "Shit, I gotta cop me one of them." Like, well, if you can find it your size, I mean, you'd be straight. Shit, you ain't copping mine. So, um, yeah, I had so many compliments. Nice shirt. Oh, you smell good. Michigan, motherfuckers would look at you like you a foreign alien. I look at them, I'm like, and what you got to say? Shoot, I hate when people look. I hate when motherfuckers they just stare and they just stare for no reason. It's like you want to have a staring contest because we can have a staring contest right now. That's all I gotta say. Like I hate. This is why I don't. This is why I don't go out as much. I just go to Walmart. I go to friends' houses. This is why I don't go out as much. Um, that's a good question. She wants to move back, but I told her you're not missing nothing. Why? I told her you're not missing nothing. So ain't nothing here to move back to. Ain't nothing here. I could literally do a whole 2 hour rant about Michigan. It is so fucking boring. Oh my god. And they drive so thank you. They drive real slow. That's why every time I be in a car and stuff, and I just be speeding. Like I just be going. I'm like, man, you driving too slow. Like move, motherfucker. Shit. Move, bitch. Get out of the way. Shit. Like, god damn it. But then motherfuckers, they just look at you and flick you off. It'd be like, okay, get out of the car and do the same shit to my face. And then motherfuckers be driving off. Like, yeah, I thought so. Like, you think that's gonna hurt my feelings? Like, I'm not. And then people act like babies in this motherfucker, man. Like, they. I swear, one of these days, like, I'm gonna buy somebody a diaper one of these days because they act like babies. Hell no, you can't have shit in Detroit. Fuck that. That's why I moved out. I mean, I'm still love my city. That's why I was raised in. I was raised in Detroit, Michigan, but um, you can't have shit because motherfuckers will take your shit. They just depot your shit and they take it. They be like, wasn't that shit, hey, nigga, wasn't that shit, cuz? Wasn't that shit? Like, give it up. That's what they say. That's what they say, and then they run with their pants sagging, and then they fall. A bunch of them fall. They be running. Yep, home of the 8 Mile. If a woman told me that she liked my shoes, I'd be like, look, I'd be like, look, I like your face. Let me get your number. Shoot. And I had a couple women flirt with me too. I was okay. So I was at TGI Fridays, right? And I was killing time because I was meeting an old friend. And I had these two women. I think they were in a debate about something. I saw the one older chick. She looked at me. I side eyed. I'm like, I'm just trying to enjoy a couple of tall boys, you know what I'm saying? Like tall angry orchards, you know what I'm saying? And her daughter, even her daughter, mind you, her daughter was of age. Yes, she was of age, but I'm like, so which one of y'all want the phone number? Like, then I thought about, I was like, damn, man, I gotta go back to fucking Michigan. Fuck. I'm like, damn, I live in Michigan. Never mind. But when I if I do move to California, oh, it's on because they ain't ready for this. They're not ready. They're not ready for me. They probably did like my shoes. They probably looked. They probably liked my whole attire. I was dressing though. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm curious. I want to see what people act like if I dressed in that one shirt. I want to see what people act like. I want to see that. I want to see this. As a matter of fact, I had somebody. I had a similar shirt, right? And um, I had a similar shirt, and then this one girl, I was coming out of Home Depot. She was like, "Nice shirt." I was like, "Yeah, thank you. Nice outfit." She was like, "Oh, thank you." Should have got that. Should have got those digits, but she had a ring on, so I think she was married or some shit. I'm like, never mind. Nope. Plus, she wasn't really my type, but I mean, it was nice though. She was looking nice. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I'm walking with all types of bops. Slow. Oh, I'm walking like Tony Montana. How Tony Montana walking? I'm gonna walk like him, man. Bud man with the slow bop. That's what I'm gonna do. Shit. And Bud man, low key, he be getting the girls. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know how he do it, but he be getting the girls. You know how Budman said, Budman's sensitive. Oh boy. California, yes, it is too expensive. It is expensive to live there. However, I will say this: if I was to ever move to Cali, I will have a place to stay. I may have a place to stay. So, you know, I ain't too worried. But I'd rather live in like Vegas or Arizona because those are like cheaper. I heard. Oh, he was like, oh yeah, Tony. He was like, could you take all my youngest from a brother? Jawaka T about to get that bag. Man, I'm like, No, what about okay? What about this part where Budman was like, him and it was an infomercial, and him and Gina was singing this one song. I'm coming up. Budman was like, I'm coming up outside of the mountain. Who the hell left the gate open? And Martin was like, he was trying not to laugh. He was like, I don't know I don't know who the hell left the gate open, but you ain't get your big country ass out. Oh shit, that was too hilarious. That was one of the funniest episodes. I ain't gonna hold you. I swear, Bowman, he should have had a spinoff. I'm sorry, he really should have. That would have been great. That would have. I would have loved to see that. Oh man. So we're coming up at an hour 46 minutes. All right. So I'm gonna answer one more question and then I'm going to get off of here. Where that way I can go to Walmart and see what they got. Remember when Shanae was talking at the ladies' club and she was like, I used to run numbers for Macaroni, Tony, and Dell. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Shanae, man, Shanae, you would think she was her own character, but you forget though, Martin Lawrence played her though. You forget that. It was almost like she was her own character. So, all right. So it is my time to depart out of here. So I am going to begin off this live stream. It has been excuse me, it's been a very nice live stream. Thank you so much for coming on here and stuff. Tune in tune in next time as I upload my out and about Walmart. Find whatever I find. So, like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to Nathan, Ryko, Tony, everybody on the chat, Deadpool, my hype man, Cody 8077, Austin, everybody who came on to the chat. Um, Thank you so much, Ryko. Good luck at Walmart. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Peace out.